Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
Yes, we are back with another DC Fandome video. Probably the last one until we hit that other podcast or whatever.
Probably the last video we're ever doing again, because at this point I'm getting pissed and frustrated with how this thing's going. Premiere Pro can suck my giant testicle.
Beep. Oh. Trying to sense you. So we got the Batman. We're gonna knock this one out real quick, so hopefully Adobe Premiere doesn't screw it up too much. And yeah, and then you'll actually be able to see some content from us today, because we've been radio silent.
So Matt Reeves did a 30-minute panel and also concluded it with a small teaser. They've only shot 25% of the film, but hey, quite a good amount of film seems to be usable and looks pretty damn good. The trailer was very unique, and that's not how I thought it was going to go. Again, this shows that DC, when they start letting creators do what they do best, and that is create, you get very unique adaptations.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this trailer. The panel was meh. It was just kind of, just pretty standard run of the mill. We got some information that for the most part we already knew in terms of the tone and the direction they wanted to take this specific Batman. And then it drops the trailer, the music, just kind of the tone, the color palette, everything that went along with this trailer. Very pleasantly surprised. I've been kind of just on the fence about this whole the Batman movie and where it's going to go and the universe that it's going to expand upon within HBO Max. I've been a little negative on it, but after watching this, feel like he's going to fit this character pretty well. He's not going to be a Ben Affleck, which is fine. He's not the Jack. The suit definitely fills him out, but the suit looked awesome. He looked awesome in it. His voice, the couple lines that he had in this trailer sounded fantastic, not overdone. It fit incredibly well. And I loved the part when he delivers the "I'm vengeance" line and he's whoops the shit out of the criminal or whatever he's supposed to be. I love that. The music drops and boom, he just whoops the crap out of him. And then even does the Ben Affleck, like, bam, just beating the crap out of him. I'm in the Matt Reeves Batman camp now.
Yeah, definitely. I still hate the cowl. I'm not going to sway from that, really. That cowl sucks. I'm just going to end it there. The ears are fine. That extra little cut back here, I don't like at all. I don't like how far back it goes. It looks weird. It looks like a helmet. It does. And you do get a little bit of Daredevil vibes from it. I know that was the joke, but that's kind of his. I hate the cowl, but I love the rest of the suit. The rest of the suit is great. The boots, the chest, everything. The cape looks great as well. The car looks great. I can't wait to see that thing in action. Of course, the voice I thought was a very mild Bale-ish type one. Probably the later ones, when he got into Rises, where he started being a little bit calmer about it instead of be afraid of me. That shit, yeah. So he was a much lighter tone. It was soft spoken. But one thing I am curious about is that you can tell, yes, the Riddler is a presence in this. Yes, there's an early stages of Catwoman in this. There's a lot of questions. Who is in the beginning there taping up that guy where it says "No More Lies"? That seems to be a theme. I'm curious if there's just a bigger backdrop to this movie than we could ever imagine. I hope so. I hope this thing has a bigger story within it and it's not so simplistic to the nature of, Riddler bad, figure out Riddler stuff and beat Riddler. And then the mix there's a Catwoman. So hopefully there's more to it. I think there is, and I can't wait. I am now much more on the side of this. Like, yes, it's fine. He's definitely a younger Batman, so we got to kind of get back to that point again. Pattinson's definitely the younger Batman, year 2, as it was described by Matt Reeves. Some of the other things I thought was funny was that not only does this share some similar font to Joker, but then even Matt Reeves was talking about some of his inspiration was Taxi Driver, which was exactly what Todd Phillips said about Joker. And I'm like, wait, are they slowly hinting here at something that we just don't know? Like, I was curious about that. And then some of the other things, obviously Matt Reeves appreciating the other Batmans that, Christian Bale, and even talked about Ben Affleck, and he even mentioned the Snyder Cut briefly. So those are things that I thought were very interesting. Whether or not this thing is going to be completely R or not, I know that was a question, but I don't know. There was no blood in that, but that's probably going to be added afterwards with CG. But if it's just like that and it's a hard PG-13 where he's just beating the hell out of somebody, similar to Daredevil. I'm not trying to make that comparison as a bad thing. Daredevil, I think the Daredevil series is great. That I don't think it's going to be rated R.
Right now, if the tone fits the same exact way that we got that trailer, and
you must have quit.
then I'm okay with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be R. I liked the tone, the direction that this film is going to go. I'm very intrigued by the different villains. Catwoman was kind of cool. Again, a very early iteration of Catwoman, so that was pretty fun to see. Like her mask was cut up in a certain way, but it wasn't like the full mask. And I think in terms of the cowl, I agree with you. It is a little weird, but I think it fits Robert Pattinson's weird jawline, accentuates it a little bit. There were two parts of the suit that I weren't sure that were going to work. The collar that's or whatever, that's kind of around. I know that's like the classic Batman style, and I was like, I don't know. And then the emblem, the early looks that we got, I wasn't too sure on that. And I'm sold. Like the way that it looks in this trailer, and obviously the logo that we got, it's working for me. People were speculating if it was going to be parts of the gun, that killed his parents, and just kind of
that
on
was
the
completely stupid. Yeah.
So it's initially I was very skeptical on it, and like I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy this. There's so many aspects of the suit that I wasn't too sure on, and after seeing it in action, I think it's gonna work. Even the boots I thought was kind of funny. You see him walking in, and it's just like if he was gonna go down to a store and get himself some boots. That's what he's rocking. So it's a very early iteration of Batman, and I'm hoping that this is a nice kind of establishing this universe, and they don't speed through it too quick. That they establish some villains in this universe and establish him, and then kind of grow him slowly, as opposed to what we've seen in the past, like with Batman Begins. That is an early version of Batman, and then it's just kind of sped forward, and then you get the Batman is now established character in the following films after that. So I'm excited.
Made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's the next trailer right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I guarantee it. It's again, I needed a trailer. I think Shane and I both needed a trailer to really see how this was going to work, because there's a lot of skepticism. I even have a friend that refused to like Pattinson at all. He was doing the casual trolling on Twitter guy of saying, why do we need sparkly vampire as it? And then I got a text today saying, man, I really wanted to hate this trailer, but fuck, that was awesome. So the trailer will turn people. That was the point, and that's what we needed to see. And I think that really helped Shane and I out. I am down. I want to see what Matt Reeves' vision is. I want to see where these characters go. So that'll wrap this up, talking about this panel. Oh man, a long day here for DC Fandome in so many ways. We will be on the Real Emotion podcast in like 5 minutes, because when we're recording this, I don't fucking know. We'll see what happens. In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I'm vengeance.